Okay, I have been looking forward to this episode of Atlas Eats since the two nurses sent us the video of them eating the pizza in Chicago. Welcome to another edition. Today we are going to eat Chicago-style pizza. Now, I'm a thin crust guy myself, and I hate to admit it, but my wife loves thick, like this Chicago style like this. I have learned to eat it. And let's face it, I just like to eat pizza. So there we go. So joining me today, very calculated today, joining me, Joe Michelson, new recruiter.
Correct. Yeah.
But you went to...
I lived in Chicago for 4 years.
Went to Northwestern?
Worked there.
Worked at Northwestern. Yep. So lived in Chicago, very familiar with Chicago style pizza.
Very familiar.
And our friend Matt Glons, he is in... Button that up for me. He is in one of my Chicago Cubs jerseys because he lost a bet. Coming out of the All-Star break, he is a Cardinals fan. And,
go Cards.
There we go. And he lost a bet. And so in order to, it was supposed to be all day. He was supposed to wear this all day. I thought I would just make him wear this on camera. So
it's forever now.
There you go. But he was just in Chicago for the first time, at Wrigley for the first time, watching a Cubs-Cardinals series.
Which was amazing experience.
Amazing.
Going into Wrigley. Cardinals did win that game.
Yes.
They pulled out there, but Wrigley was just an amazing experience for those who haven't been there, seeing the Ivy for the first time. And even though I was a Cardinals fan, it was just great.
It's something, right? You
need,
even if you're not a Cubs fan, you should experience it.
Definitely.
It's like going to Fenway, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
even if you're not a baseball fan.
True.
Yeah, it's just a history and
incredible.
Atmosphere was bar none.
So he's paying up the debt by wearing the Cubs jersey today. So there you go. All right, let's get into this. So a couple of our nurses, when I sent the email out asking, one of the very first responses that came back was Chicago-style deep dish pizza, right? And I'm not surprised by that at all. When we first started talking about doing Atlas Eats, I was inspired by Dave Portnoy and the guys at Barstool when Portnoy does his pizza reviews, and I thought let's go eat the food that our nurses would eat while they're out on the road, right? And that's the idea behind every one of these. And so I was very excited for when this one came up. So, all right, let's get into this.
Let's do it.
All right, look at this. It's got
lasagna.
It is. It's got to be like, I'm telling you, it's like 3 pounds. Like, it is just enormous. Maybe if I wasn't using a pie cutter. Did they cut this before we?
Yeah, I see a few cuts there.
No. Oh my goodness. You have to edit this out. This is embarrassing. Holy cow. Maybe we should have. All right, Dolan.
All right.
We're at Taste of Naples Pizza. Taste of Naples Roading Pizza here. This is their pepperoni. All right. We're going to give this a shot. Thin crust. I don't know. I didn't think I would like thin crust at first, but we'll see. One bite. Everybody knows the rules. Taste of Naples. Score it 1 to 10. Oh, that's hot. So the sauce is really good. Not a ton of sauce. Pepperoni's excellent. Just the right amount of cheese. And I'm a thick crust guy. Like, that's normally my thing. This is tough. I'm gonna go 9.2. That's a high score. It is a high score. 9.2. Taste of Naples. Available for let's see. Available for parties. Your next party, come right out. 9.2. High score. Totally worth it. Look how thin that crust is. That is delicious. That was fantastic. I could eat this whole thing, and I've already eaten a lot of it already.
A little hot honey on there.
Oh, let's try it. The difference between maybe this one, which this is from a place here in Omaha called Pizzeria Davlo. They do a fantastic job. The difference between this and kind of what I've seen in Chicago, it's just not nearly as cheesy.
Yeah.
Those ones in Chicago are ridiculously cheesy. So as much as you get, as much tomato sauce as you get that much more cheese as well.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference, maybe. But it's like we found with other stuff that we've eaten here. It's close, but it may not be quite the same as the original. So we're getting close.
Getting closer.
We're on our way.
For Omaha.
We're getting closer. All right. So, my inspiration for all of these, I'm gonna eat more than one bite. But one bite, everybody knows the rules. If you're not watching the pizza reviews on Barstool, you absolutely need to watch them. It's a lot of fun. So, all right, dig in. Let's get to this. Oh, yeah,
Thank you.
Fork
You
there.
might need that.
Yep. Yeah, this is definitely not.
Hot
Could you
finger
pick
food.
it up? I mean, is it a?
Yeah,
I guess the first
cooled
bite
down
or
a
two
little
is
bit.
good.
I don't think the fork's going to do much getting through
No,
anyway.
it's cooled down a little bit.
I got through.
So, I mean, first bite, there is a lot of tomato sauce on this. Like it really,
There's a ton.
There's a ton of tomato sauce.
Overpowers the cheese a little bit.
It does, but I don't think I've ever had Chicago style that isn't like that.
Right. Yeah, every Chicago style is layered with the sauce on top. Yeah.
And and as I was saying, there isn't a whole lot of cheese. Like there's
still a lot.
Cheese. There is still.
There's still a decent amount, yeah.
There's a still a decent amount of cheese. Look at that. Oh my god. And I went with just the cheese, the gold standard of pizza. Again, Barstool.
I think you need to add a little meat there in times, but
Sure.
it's
Oh, yeah.
definitely delicious.
But if you can make, their thing is if you can make a quality cheese pizza, then you can do anything.
Right.
Right? You can, anybody can throw sausage or pepperoni or
yeah.
whatever on there. Right? If
Yeah.
you can make, if your best pizza is your cheese pizza, then that's something.
Then you're doing it right.
You're doing it right.
The main ingredients are the good ones then.
And the cheese, for sure.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Outside of Chicago, these guys do a fantastic job. There's another place here in Omaha called Pudgy's. Pudgy was a Chicago native. Sadly, he was a Sox fan.
Sox fan, yep.
Yeah, he was a Sox fan. Very good pizza over there as well. And then Old Chicago has a decent representation of,
Right.
I mean, it's close.
Doesn't seem as authentic though.
It absolutely is not.
No.
No.
But this is really good.
It's incredible, yeah.
Yeah, they do. If you want to get as close as you possibly can, then this is
In town, yeah.
yeah, in Omaha at least. And I bet there's other places too across the country that would do a similar style one. The crust itself, I mean, look at the crust itself is what do you think that is? An inch and a half? Unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, one slice you're usually done.
Super crunchy. Yeah, one slice is done.
You can be full off of one slice for sure.
Yeah, they do a pretty fantastic job out there. So, all right.
Really good pizza. Good thick crust.
Do they have this in St. Louis?
They do not.
They do not. No.
It's another thing Chicago has over St. Louis. Weird.
That's so weird.
For a while, though, it was baseball.
Well,
Oh, look
we
at
can't
that.
all live in the past now, can we, Glenn? We're living in the current times here.
Absolutely.
Give it a few years.
So, all right. Well, Matt, Joe, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
glad you could share
delicious.
some of this with us. This
It was delicious.
This was pretty great. So, again, if you are out there on the road and there is some sort of unique food out there, please take a video, take pictures, do any of that. Send it to us. I will cover your dinner, and then I will try to either recreate it here, or we're going to try to find a place in Omaha that sells that can do this for us. So I believe next month we're going to do the Juicy Lucy finally.
Nice.
I volunteer for that one.
You want to
Everyone's going to volunteer
lose another
for that
bet, and then I'll get you on that one too.
I'll work on that.
Okay, good.
I'll find one I can easily lose.
So if you are anywhere up in the, what is it, Minnesota? Is it Minnesota, Wisconsin? Is that where they're from? Minnesota,
Wisconsin.
Is it Wisconsin?
Yep.
So if you're up in Wisconsin, I have some pictures already. I could definitely use more. So go to one of those places, eat a Juicy Lucy, send me your bill, and then I will reimburse you for it. I don't even care if you work for us. If you work for somebody else, it doesn't really matter. If you go there, eat it, send it to me, send me videos, send me pictures, and then we will use them in the next Atlas Eats, and we'll try to recreate it right here.
Awesome.
All right?
That sounds awesome.
We'll see you guys next time.
Go Cubs.
Go Cards.
You're gonna edit out that go card, I'm sure, right?
I'll edit it. I'll keep it.
I love it.